Deutsche Bank, this from the New York Times, Jack Ewing. Deutsche Bank will pay $2.5 billion penalty to the United States and British authorities to settle accusations that it helped manipulate the benchmarks used to set interest rates on trillions of dollars in mortgages, student loans, credit cards, and other debt. In other words, your mortgage might have cost you more. Your student loans might have cost you more. Your credit card interest might have cost you more because Deutsche Bank was rigging interest rates. You may have been harmed because Deutsche Bank was rigging interest rates. Deutsche Bank is going to pay a $2.5 billion fine. I started going through the article going, okay, in fact, this Benjamin Lowsky, the New York State Superintendent of Financial Services, said in a statement on Thursday, Deutsche Bank employees engaged in a widespread effort to manipulate benchmark interest rates for financial gain. Markets don't just manipulate themselves. It takes deliberate wrongdoing by individuals. So I'm sitting here going, okay, you got a bunch of black teachers in Atlanta who conspired to rig tests to essentially keep their schools open in the face of No Child Left Behind mandatory testing in neighborhoods where the kids are just, the best predictor of school performance is the wealth of their parents, right? I mean, this just regardless of anything else you can put into their race, class, geography, gender, whatever. The best predictor of somebody's success in school is how much money their parents make and have. The wealthier the kid, the family that the child comes from is, the more likely they are to succeed. The less wealthy, the less likely they are to succeed. These teachers were in schools with kids who were coming out of the worst kind of poverty we have in the United States. So they rigged a test so that the school didn't get closed and the kids didn't get kicked out, which I may well have done too. And they're looking at 10, 20 years in prison. I mean, really serious jail time they got sentenced to. Is it because they're African American? Is it because they're teachers? Is it because there's a jihad in Georgia against both? I mean, I can't conclusively say, but I can tell you that these white bankers at Deutsche Bank, who the guy said, $2.5 billion fine, this is huge. 7 of their managers they asked the bank to fire them. The authorities, they ordered them. The authorities also ordered the bank to fire 7 managers suspected of involvement in the wrongdoing, but all but one of whom are in London. They are among more than 24 employees believed to have taken part in this, most of whom have already left the bank. $2.5 billion screwed millions of people. What do they get? Well, a couple people, low-level flunkies lost their job. Teachers in Atlanta, nobody was hurt because of what the teachers in Atlanta did. In fact, the school stayed open. They go to prison.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
A, I wonder what would have happened if those teachers had been white. I genuinely don't think they would have gone to prison. And B, this is nuts.